Hi everyone, it's Kim from Apostrophe S, and today I've got a cute Christmas kit for you. It's called our Christmas Tree Countdown. And this piece is a metal tree. It's so big that we can't fit it under the camera here. It's 20 inches tall. So I've got this photo here, and you can see this darling Christmas tree is from metal. And we've got all of the lights cut out here in little circles. It's on a maple wood base, and then my favorite part, the metal is cool and everything, but my favorite part are these little ornaments that are metal or magnet backed, so they stick up on the tree as you're counting down the days till Christmas. Whether you've got a kid in your family or not, I love this so much. It's such a fun tradition to have every December. In your kit, you'll have all of these pieces. Whew, that metal's kind of heavy. So we've got the metal Christmas tree under here. You have your wood base, and then paint brushes for your ornaments. You've got the stain, a cloth, and a glove, so you can stain your base piece. The paint that you'll need to paint these ornaments, and glue. And then in this bag you've got all of your laser cut circles that will be the ornaments for this tree. The bases are there too, as well as the magnets. So everything that you need for the tree is right here. And that means all that you're gonna need from home is a paper plate that you're going to pour your paint out on, so it's going to be your paint palette, and also some wax paper or butcher paper to protect your wood surface. And you'll also probably want a book or something that you can weigh, that will act as a weight while your magnets are drying. We're going to start with the base. So I've got my paper here. It's coming in two pieces here. So we've got the wood block and then the thin pad. And then there's a slit here in the middle of the block. So we want to cover up the bottom so that the metal doesn't poke all the way through. You'll also have your glue. So you'll apply the glue here in a thin layer. You want to get all the way to the edges and the corners because we don't want those to flip up. So apply your glue, and then you'll glue it onto the back here, and make sure that all of your corners and edges line up. Then if you place it upside down, well, it'll be right side up, but that wood pad will be against the against your work surface, and the weight of the block will hold it down. So just let that dry for 5 or 10 minutes, and you can get started staining. Now, I'm kind of intimidated by wood stain, but in practicing this, it's really nothing to be worried about. It's pretty easy and kind of forgiving too. You don't want to stain your work surface or your clothes or your hand, so wear a plastic glove, and we'll get started on this. Oh, there we go. Alright, all you're going to do is apply, there's my base, apply this with the cloth, just a little bit, and you'll go in big strokes all the way down your wood block. And I would start light because you can always go darker. Just like this. And you'll work the stain in. And that's just one coat. So if you want it to go darker, add a second or even a third layer of this and get it to the color and the depth that you like. And then you'll want to let that dry. Let me make sure that's all sealed up. And I'm going to scoot this out of the way so we can work on our ornaments now. Okay. Alright, so while your wood base is drying, we'll start on these. We've got the wood backs and the laser cut pieces. I'm going to get in a little bit closer so you can see those. Aren't those cool with the positive and negative space? I love that. Alright, one tip is to work, when we're painting, to work from light to dark. And with these backs, you'll see that one side is kind of burned, and you'll want that to be against the magnet. We don't want that to show through. Alright, so we'll dump out some of this paint onto our trusty little paint palette. this one. And it's a lot easier than digging through those paint pots. Oops. Okay, so we'll start with our light color. And you don't need a lot. A thin layer is best because we don't want it to get stuck into the grooves. We want it to be a nice clean layer. And you can always go back and add a second layer of this. Now what I like about this paint is it's hard to see on camera, but the white and the green have this really neat pearl-like shimmery kind of quality. It's really pretty for Christmas time because it has just a touch of shimmer and just a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so I'll let that dry. I'm going to use the back side of my brush for this back piece. So ideally you'll paint all of your white pieces and then rinse your brush and then do all of your green, rinse your brush, and then do all of your red. And I also like painting with the grain. It's just, I think it looks a little bit more finished. So that's what I like to do. I'm kind of particular about that. Okay, so you'll let those pieces dry. And then I've got some right here already dry. We'll glue those together. So with your paint, go ahead and put it right onto the paper plate. Grab your other paintbrush and we'll apply it. Just brush it on. And we'll stick it right on our back. And while that paint is still wet, kind of move it around so that it's flush all around. You've got a nice edge. And then you'll apply the magnet to the back. So just a little bit of glue. Spread it around so it gets all over to each edge. And you'll stick it on the back. Now, once you get all those pieces done, you can weight them down, put a book or something on top of that to apply a little bit of pressure. Okay, and that is all that there is to making this project. Let me scoot this out and I'll show you how cute this looks. Here's a finished tree, and like I said, it's not going to fit all the way under the camera. Oops, there we go. But we've got all of our pieces done, and so each day you can add a new little ornament to your tree. And it's such a fun way, like whether you've got kids or not, it's just fun to count down to the big day. Because waiting is kind of half the fun of Christmas time. So there you have it. There is our Christmas tree countdown. Now you'll want to see a lot of the other products that we've got in store for you. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be the first to know about all of the latest and greatest. From Apostrophe S, make it yours.